This painting was supposed to be one of the first paintings I put on YouTube. However, I found that I really disliked it. I spent so much time away from painting that I thought I could just delve back into it and I'll be at the level I was before. However, this was not the case. All of my YouTube videos so far are quick, one sit-in ala primer paintings. Normally takes me about an hour, the longest about an hour and a half to complete. Just small studies to help me progress and get better. This one, however, I didn't like. Planned it all out, recorded it, looked at it, thought, nope, not having that. And I get this a lot. However, I've been publishing more than I have rejected. This painting was going to be reprimed and repurposed for another ala primer painting. All the paintings so far on YouTube have all been, like I said, one sit-in, ala primer, wet into wet, minimal planning. I chose to do this because I wanted to progress in my painting. The best way I could do it, and the time I have, is in intervals of an hour, and also my camera battery only allows me to paint for an hour before it dies. So yeah, luckily I solved that problem now and bought myself another battery, so that shouldn't be a future problem. Back to the painting. This one, when I finished, as you'll see, me personally didn't think I pushed it as far as I would have liked to push it. So instead of repriming, I thought I would do a first for my channel so far and not do an ala primer and paint over it. Keeping the structure, however, just trying to one up myself if I can. This is just a small challenge for myself, just to see how far I've progressed. This is now the start of the second stage, and I decided immediately to go darker on the values. Again, mostly I start around the eyes, so that's where I started with this one. Just refining them more, adding a bit more clarity to the overall shape of it. When this was being recorded, I still didn't have a second battery for my camera, so I still had a self-imposed time limit of an hour and a half. This makes me have the tendency to be more reckless, rush more. And it's something that I've noticed with these paintings. Of course, these aren't refined paintings. They're not going to take me days to do multiple layers. It's one layer, ready, set, go, finish within a matter of hour. And obviously moving forward from this painting, the new battery will allow me to take more time and let me process what I've done with each brush stroke, which works, which doesn't. It's something that I've noticed that I lack with these quick ones. I enjoy doing them. However, I don't think I'm getting as much information as I could from doing a longer study. And what I mean by more information, I mean more understanding of form, shapes, better with my blending, where to blend, where not to blend. These techniques may work on other portraits, they might not work on this one. It's always a fine balance of learning and applying what you've previously learnt, and that is something I struggle with, especially with the lack of consistency of progressing to one painting to another. There's a long period in between each paintings where I lose a bit of that understanding and have to relearn, and to me that's just wasted time. So in order for me to progress quickly, I'm not saying you can't progress at all if you're not consistent, however for me, progressing more consistently is where I need to be at, is painting every other day when I can and retaining that information. You've probably noticed it yourselves, whoever's practicing, is you'll draw for a while, you go, oh, I've actually got good, and you'll keep drawing, you'll get better, you're at a stage where you're thinking, yeah, really improved, and then, like myself, you'll leave it sometimes a month, 2 months, and then come back to it, and yeah, you just trash. You can't think. You do your first drawing, you just can't get the lines right. It's messy. It's just awful. It's because you're so used to drawing that level before you took your break. Your mind thinks that you can draw that good straight away, where with me is my hand coordination can't match my mind's perception, and it's something I need to keep up, is constantly practicing, constantly drawing, just to try and maintain the level I'm at. As this channel is a big part in my learning and hopefully getting critiques off people, it'll be interesting to know what the people watching this think about long periods of rest, and if your skill level drops or even if it increases. It'll be interesting to know that. Now onto the background. This technique I used years ago, and this is the first time I've used it in about, I'd say, 2 years. Is where I have a dry layer of oil as an underpainting, and then a flat colour on top, and then what I'll do is scrape it away while introducing more variables in colour. Often the colours will be complementary, or they'll contrast, or it's just what I find aesthetically pleasing at the time. Again, it's very experimental, the background. There's no thought that goes into it beforehand. I know what I'm going to do with it, and I do it. Again, the hair also needs rework. It's very flat at the minute, so I need to bring that out, add a bit more contrast in the darker layers and the lighter layers, maybe add some highlights. However, it's very minimal in this painting, as most of the hair is in shadow. So yeah, I think it's improved on the old one, definitely. Maybe not in all areas, but in the majority, and it'll be interesting to think what you guys think, which one's better, and does the background add more or take away. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Leave a comment and it'll be nice to hear your thoughts. I'll leave you with the rest. Bye.